when you will believe anything. Appealing fictions and by stories are more powerful than statistics. Mm, Imagine an alien dispatched to Earth. His job is to keep tabs on our economy. He circles above New York City trying to size up the economy and how it's changed between 2000 and 2009. On New Year's Eve 2007, he hovers over Times Square. He sees tens of thousands of happy partygoers surrounded by bright lights, monstrous billboards, fireworks, and TV cameras. He comes back to Times Square on New Year's Eve 2009. He sees tens of thousands of happy partygoers surrounded by bright lights, monstrous billboards, fireworks, and TV cameras. It looks about the same. He cannot see much difference. He sees roughly the same number of New Yorkers hustling around the city. Those people are surrounded by the same number of office buildings which house the same number of desks with the same number of computers hooked up to the same number of internet connections. Outside the city, he sees the same number of factories and warehouses connected by the same highways, carrying the same number of trucks. He gets a little closer to the ground and sees the same universities teaching the same topics and handing out the same degrees to the same number of people. Hello, welcome to the live stream. I know you are joining again after a very long time. He sees the same number of patents protecting the same groundbreaking ideas. He noticed that technology has improved everyone in 2009. Carry smartphones that didn't exist in 2007. Computers are now faster. Medicine is better. Cars get better gas mileage. Solar and fracking technology has advanced. Social media has grown exponentially. Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. I hope you are all doing great. Currently, I'm reading The Psychology of Money. It's such an amazing book. You can ask me any question. You can ask me where I am from. You can ask me how is your life going on. You can ask me anything. I welcome you all to this live stream. As he flies around the country, he sees the name. Around the globe, more of the same. The economy is in about the same shape, maybe even better in 2009 as it was in 2007. He concludes. Then he looks at the numbers. He is shocked that US households are 16 trillion poorer in 2009 than they were in 2007. He is dumbfounded that 10 million more Americans are unemployed. He is in disbelief when he earns the stock market worth half of what it was 2 years before. He cannot believe that people forecast of their economic potential has plumped. I don't get it. He says, I have seen the cities, I have looked at the factories, you guys have the same knowledge, the same tools, the same ideas, nothing has changed. Why are you poorer? Why are you more pessimistic? There was one of change the alien couldn't see. Between 2007 and 2009, the stories we told ourselves about the economy. In 2007, we told a story about the stability of housing prices, the prudence of bankers, and the ability of financial markets to accurately price risk. In 2009, we stopped believing that story. That is the only thing that changed, but it made all the difference in the world. Once the narrative that home prices will keep rising broke mortgage defaults rose, then banks lost money, then they reduced lending to other business, which led to layoffs, which led to less spending, which led to more layoffs, and on and on. Other than clinging to a new narrative, we had an identical, if not greater, capacity for wealth and growth in 2009 as we did in 2007. That the economy suffered its worst hit in 8 years. This is different from, say, Germany in 1945, whose manufacturing base had been obliterated, or Japan in 2000s, whose working age population was shrinking. That's tangible economic damage. In 2009, we inflicted narrative damage on ourselves, and it was vicious. It is one of the most potent economic forces that exist. When we think about the growth of economics, we just think how much stuff do we have and what are we capable of. But stories are by far the most powerful force in the economy. They are the fuel that can let the tangible parts of the economy work and are the brick that holds our capabilities back. At the personal level, there are two things to keep in mind about a third story driven world. One, managing your money. The more you want something to be true, the more likely you are to believe a story that overestimates the odds of being true. Hmm. Welcome everyone to the live stream. Currently, I'm reading The Psychology of Money. You can hit like and also subscribe to my channel. I just need 5 subscribers to get to 650 subscribers. If you want, you can hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. Mm. What was the happiest day of your life? Tell me, everyone, what was the happiest day of your life? Mhm. The documentary How to Live Forever asked that innocent question to a centenarian who offered an amazing response. Armistice Day, she said, referring to the 1918 agreement that ended World War One. Why? The producers asked. Because we knew there would be no more wars ever again. She says World War II began 21 years later, killing 75 million people. Hi, Aaron Hugo Arikangas. Hello, Aaron Hogas. I welcome you to the live stream because everything is amazing. There are many things in life that we think are true because we desperately want them to be true. Hello, Aaron. I just want to say hi to you and welcome to the live stream. I hope you are doing great in your life. I call these things appealing fictions. They have a big impact on how we think about money, particularly in investments and the economy. An appealing fiction happen when you are smart. You want to find solution but face a combination of limited control and high stakes. They are extremely 6767. It is Brizola 6767. Oh my god. Can sub if you want. Yes, you can subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 6767. Mm-hmm. They are extremely. I'm sorry if I got crashed. I don't know. My network is very bad. I'm sorry. What the heck, yeah. After the procedure, Hazizi told the New York Times, when you have no money and your son is sick, you will believe in medicine could reduce medicine by causing surgery before the scientific method and the discovery of Jones. There was bloodletting, starvation therapy, cutting holes in your body to let the evils out, and other treatments that did nothing but hasten your demise. It seems crazy, but if you desperately need a solution and a good one isn't known or readily available to you, the path of least resistance is to what Hadi is reasoning, willing to believe anything, not just try and never believe it. It seems crazy, but if you desperately need a solution and a good one isn't known or readily available to you, the path of least resistance is toward Hazaji, reasoning, willing to believe anything, not just try to anything but believe it. Chronically, the Great Plague of London, Daniel Defoe wrote in 1722, the people were more addicted to prophecies and astrological conjurations, dreams, and old wives' tales than ever they were before or since. Almanacs frightened terribly. The posters of houses and corners of streets were plastered over with doctors' bills and papers of ignorant fellows, quickly and inviting the people to come to them for remedy was generally set off with such flourishes as these infallible preventive pills against the plague, never failing preservatives against the infection, sovereign cordials against the corruption of the air. Thank you for liking the stream. The plague killed a quarter of Londoners in 18 months. You will believe just about anything when the stakes are that high. Now think about how the same set of limited information and high stakes impact our financial decisions. Why do people listen to TV investment commentary that has little track record of success? Partly because the stakes are so high in investing. Get a few stocks picks right and you can become rich without much effort. If there is a 1% chance that someone's prediction will come true and it coming true will change your life, it's not crazy to pay attention just in case. And there are so many financial opinions that once you pick a strategy or side, you become invested in them both financially and mentally. If you want a certain stock to rise to tenfold, that's your tribe. If you think a certain economic policy will spark hyperinflation, that is your side. Hello, I just want to say hi to you and I welcome you to the live stream. I hope you are enjoying, not enjoying, just listening me, but yeah, that's what I can have for right now. Investing is one of the these may be low probability bets. The problem is that viewers cannot or don't calibrate low odds like a 1% chance. Many default to a firm belief that but they want to be true is unequivocally true, but they are only doing that because the possibility of a huge outcome exists. Investing is one of the only fields that offers opportunities for extreme rewards. People believe in financial quackery in a way they never before. Say whether quackery because the rewards for correcting predicting what the stock market will do next week are in a different universe than the rewards for predicting whether it will sunny or rainy next week. Consider that 85% of active mutual funds underperformed their benchmark over the 10 years ending 2018. That figure are will fairly stable for generations. You would think an industry with such performance would be a niche service and have a hard time staying in business. But here is almost $5 trillion invested in these funds. Give someone the chance of investing alongside the next Warren Buffett, and they will believe with such faith that millions of people will put their life saving behind it. Hello, hello. I cannot see any comment right now. Sorry, not chat. And I want to say I missed you. I missed you. Nice. Oh, hi, Aaron. Oh, okay. My live was just getting some errors. I don't know. I just want to say hi. I missed you. Hi, hi, Aaron. You can ask me any questions, and that's it. Or take Bernie Madoff. In hindsight, the Ponzi scheme should have been obvious. He reported returns that never buried they were audited by a relatively unknown accounting firm, and he refused to release much information. Now, it's always they were audited by an unknown accounting firm. Mm, if you love God, say, I believe Jesus died on thee for my sins and rose 3 days, saving me from hell. As Anne is the Son of God, I repent for my sins and accept Jesus as my Lord. Fill me with the Holy Spirit, God. Amen. Swiped board. Yes, I want to say Namaste. Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. Hit everyone, please hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you want. It's your choice. I just need only 4 subscribers to get to 650 subscribers. If you are hearing me, please hit the subscribe button. It's your choice, but still I want to say the bigger the gap between what you want to be true and what you need to be true to have an acceptable outcome, the more you are protecting yourself from falling victim to an appealing financial fiction. When thinking about room for error in a forecast, it is tempting to think that potential outcomes range from you being just right enough to you being very, very right. But the biggest risk is that you want something to be true so badly that the range of your forecast isn't even in the same ballpark as reality. In its last 2007 meeting, the Federal Reserve's predicted what economic growth would be in 2008 and 2009. Already wary of a weakening economy, it was not optimistic. It predicted a potential growth 1.6% on the low end, 2.8% on the high end. That was its margin of safety. Its room for error. In reality, the economic contracted by more than 2%, meaning the Fed's low end estimate of oil almost threefold. Aaron, even, I mean, it is Bruxella, Swiftboard, even said hi. I mean, said hi. Aaron said hi. It is Brizuela. Hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. That's the small work. You just need to hit the red subscribe button and double tap the screen to like the live stream. It's hard for a policymaker to predict an outright recession because a recession will make their careers complicated. So even worst case projections really expect anything worse than just slowish growth. It's an appealing fiction and it's easy to believe because expecting anything worse is too painful to consider. Tell me about your favorite. Yes. I knew that, Aaron. You did that. I appreciate it and thank you so much. Tell me, who is your favorite footballer? Who is your favorite football player? Policymakers are easy targets for criticism, but all of us do this to some extent, and we do it in both directions. If you think a recession is coming and you cash out your stocks in anticipation, your view of the view of what you want to happen, every blip, every antidote will look like a sign that doom has arrived. Maybe not because it has, but because you want it to. Incentives are a powerful motivators, and we should always remember how they influence our own financial goals and outlooks. It cannot be overstated. There is no greater force in finance than room for error, and the higher the stakes, the wider it should be. Ronaldo, okay. How often do you watch football? Candy is good for you. Good for you, Candice. Candy is good for. And Aaron, where are you from? I'm just going to complete my book. Only I have left this much pages. This much. Currently, I'm on 197 page, and I think I will 23 pages left. Only 23 pages left, and now how long I will go today? Few pages for today. Everyone has an incomplete view of the world, but we form a complete narrative to fill in the gaps. My daughter is about 8 years old as I write this. She's curious about everything and learns so fast, but sometimes I think about all the stuff she cannot comprehend. She has no idea why her dad goes to work every morning. The concept of bills, budgets, careers, promotion, and saving for retirement are completely foreign to her. Imagine trying to explain the Federal Reserve credit derivatives or NAFTA to her. Impossible, but her world isn't dark. She does not wander around in confusion. Even at a year old, she's read her own internal narrative of how everything works. Blankets keep you warm, mom struggles keep you safe, and dates taste good. Irish Brizuela. Ah, I'm sorry if I'm not able to pronounce your name in correct way. Still, I have read 4 pages right now, and I will call it a day for book reading. And yeah, What is for book? It's for The Psychology of Money, written by Morgan Housel. It's like Psychology of Money. It's a very famous book, but I don't know if you know much about it or not. Amazing. Uh, did you read it? Everything she comes across fits into one of a few dozen mental models she's learned. When I go to work, she doesn't stop in confusion, wondering what salary and bills are. She has a crystal clear explanation. How much do you buy book? I don't know what do you mean by that. I think I got it for like $1 or $2, less than $2, so like $1.1 and 50 cents around. But I live in India, so it's very cheap. Like it's copy. It's not original book, but yeah, words are original. Said hi. Dad isn't playing with me, and I wanted him to play with me, so I'm sad. Even though she knows little, she doesn't realize it because she tells herself a coherent story about what's going on based on the little she does know. All of us, no matter our age, do the same thing. Just like my daughter, I don't know what I don't know, so I am just susceptible to explaining the world through the limited set of mental models I have at my disposal. Like her, I look for the most understandable causes in everything I come across, and like her, I am wrong about a lot of them because I know a lot less about how the world works than I think I do. This is true for the most fact-based of subjects. Take history. It is just the recounting of stuff that already happened. It should be clear and objective. But as B.H. Lilly Hart writes in the book, why don't we learn from history? Hello everyone, say hi. History cannot be interpreted without the aid of imagination and intuition. The sheer quantity of evidence is so overwhelming that selection is inevitable. Where there is selection, there is art. Those who read history tend to look for what proves them right and confirms their personal opinions. They defend loyalties. They read with a purpose to affirm or to attack. They resist inconvenient truth since everyone wants to be on the side of the angel, just as we start wars to end all wars. Hi. What do you do for bid? What do you mean by VID? Video? I don't know what do you mean by that. I'm sorry. It's very difficult to get me what you said, but Irish Britizuela. Hi, 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 hi. Uh, videos. What do you do for videos? I don't know what do you mean by that. I didn't get you. Uh, for what, like live streaming or what? I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Hello everyone. Please, I welcome you to the live stream. I hope you are all doing great and your life is amazing as well. Daniel Kahneman once told me about the stories people tell themselves to make sense of the past. He said, "Inside the ability to explain the past gives us the illusion that the world is understandable. It gives us the illusion that the world makes sense even when it doesn't make sense. That's a big deal in producing mistakes in many fields." Hello. Let me know how is my voice. Am I clearly audible? Most people, when confronted with something they don't understand, do not realize they don't understand it because they are able to come up with an explanation that makes sense based on their own unique perspective and experience in the world, however limited those experiences are. We all want the complicated world we live in to make sense. So we tell ourselves stories to fill in the gaps of what are effectively blind spots. What these stories do you do to you? Sorry. What these stories do to us financially can be both fascinating and terrifying. When I am blind to parts of how the world works, I might completely misunderstand why the stock market is behaving like it is, in a way that gives me too much confidence in my ability to know what it might do next. Part of the reason for forecasting the stock market and the economy is so hard is because you are. Hi, hi, it is Brizuela. Are you watching me from like which country? I'm tired. It seems like that. It's early morning and I am very low energy. Part of this has to do with confusing fields of precision. Fields of uncertainty. NASA's New Horizons spacecraft was Pluto 2 years ago. It was a 3 billion mile trip that took 9.5 years. The trip took about 1 minute less than predicted. जुती एक फुल का एक फुल का था उधर उधर That's enough for now. I don't know how many pages I read today, but I think I did great, and yeah, I appreciate it as well.